Why, hello everybody. Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a branded Despia Protoplant. You guys know the drill. So, yeah, but anyways, one thing that I do want to say is this deck is pretty much complete. The only cards that I am currently missing are 2 Fusion Deployment and the one Darlington Cobra, which that it should be arriving soon. So yeah, anyways, let's just get right into it. So you guys know the drill. We're playing triple Alabaz. This card you need to play at 3, never play it at 2, because of, I believe it's Kashtira, because I believe they can like banish off the top of your deck, and if both of them are banished, then you essentially just can't play the game. Next, we have the one Bestial Lubellion. This card was really hard for me to get because A, it's a secret rare, and B, it's like $75 or something like that. So, and it was kind of hard for me to purchase. But luckily, my friend John at Locals cut me a deal on pretty much everything that I needed. So, yeah. Next is the one Blazing Cartesia. This card's really good, especially the other one that was released in the newest set. Next, we're playing double Mercurier. This card is honestly pretty insane. I've seen people play play 1, and I don't know if I want to play 2 or 1, but I feel like 2 is the best option because this card's essentially just, it's a negate. So as long as you have Quiertes, Mirror Jade, either Retribution or Expulsion and a Mercurier in hand, you essentially just have four negates on field. So yeah, so I feel like 2 is the perfect number. Next is the one Spriggan's Kit. Honestly, I don't necessarily like this card. I think it's just a waste of space, and that's why I think I might replace it with, or just cut it in general, because we are currently playing 46. So, and yeah, it's just not necessarily doing anything for us. So next is the one Albion. Yeah, this card's, it's not as good as it used to be, which sucks. So yeah, but next we are playing triple copy of Aluber. I feel like this card, it's one of our starters, but I feel like with this card we could play 2 and be fine with it. But and the reason why I think it would be fine if we play 2 is because we have other starters in the deck, and we don't necessarily need to rely on this card as much. So yeah, next we have the one Tragedy. Honestly, Tragedy is good, but I just don't like the ultra rare version, and that's why I want to kind of get the common version from my friend. So I'll ask for it next time. So yeah, next is the one Ad Libitum. This card I finally got in the mail, which is pretty nice. So yeah, I can't wait to use this card. So I'm starting to get used to it. So yeah, that's the Despia engine. Next, obviously, the best starter in the deck is Triple Keeper of Dragon Magic. I want to try getting the other rare version off my friend, because if you guys know me, I like to play high rarity cards. So yeah. Next, for our Protoplant engine, we are playing the one Bufalikia, Hydra, and then Scorpio. As soon as we get Darlington Cobra, these 2 are going away because they don't necessarily do anything for right now. And one thing though is, so let's say so let's say we almost have our end board on field, right? And let's say I use, so Bufalikia is in scale, right? We use the scale effect to put Hydra in grave. So it's just grave, and then let's say we like fuse into, let's say Mud Dragon, right? Well, we could use Hydra's effect to banish Ambulance to get the 500 off of, or to like to get rid of 500 attack on one of our opponent's cards, so that way we can either A, take less damage, or B, deal damage to them. So next is triple Jewel Knockbird. Jewel Knockbird is really good this meta. And yeah, honestly, I haven't played Jewel Knockbird in a while, so I'm not sure if I want to keep it or if I want to cut it. So, and plus it's a good crossout designator target, or a crossout target as well. So yeah, and I honestly like the common version more than the I mean, the rare version is really, really nice, but the gold rare version, I don't necessarily like it that much. It's, in my opinion, not that good. So, and then we have the triple Ash Blossom in Joyous Spring. I mean, Ash is Ash. It's really good. It's also a cross-out target because, I mean, let's say we get Ash for Branded Fusion. We just cross out and then, yeah. Or we could Call by the Grave just in case if we don't have our cross-outs. So, yeah. Next is obviously the one Dragoon. So, and I know I said Dragoon instead of Dark Magician, but it's a Dragoon. You literally can't, like, this card literally does nothing to, like, you could attack with it, right? But no, you summon it in defense mode with effects and stuff like that, and then scale effect of Bullfrog Dragoon. So, yeah. Next is triple copy of Branded Opening. These were one of the cards that that John hooked me up with, and I think Branded Opening's really one of the best cards in the deck. So yeah, it's just really, really good. Obviously we have the triple Branded Fusion. This card is insane. So, and like I said, if we get Ash, we can either cross out or Called by the Grave. So yeah. Next, we have triple crossout designator. At the beginning of locals, I bought the one copy, threw it in, and just to see if I could somehow draw it. And it's basically, so at the time it was essentially just our second Called by the Grave. So I mean, all of these are either 4 Called by the Graves or 4 crossout designators. So yeah, this card is insane, and I'm glad John had 2 other copies. So yeah, next we are playing the double Super Poly. I feel like 2 is such a good number. So, because I mean, you don't want to see it all the time, but you want to see it sometimes. And I mean, we're not running that many Super Poly targets. We're just running the 3. So it's not that much. Next is the 1 fusion deployment. On the odd chance that you actually somehow draw this first turn with Keeper, you could fusion deployment, target your Dark Magician, bring it to the field, and then go combo right there. So yeah, we're playing, this should be at 3, so we should see it more consistently, but I currently don't have any more copies of it. Obviously the 1 Called by the Grave, and I know I should most likely cut this card since we have crossout designator, but this is essentially a 4th crossout, like I said earlier, and same with the crossouts. It's essentially just a called 4th or 3 other Called by Graves. So and obviously the 1 instant fusion, this card is insane, but one of the best cards on the deck. Next is the 1 Branded in Red. This card's really, really good. I'm not sure if I want to play Branded in White, because I feel like Branded in Red's really much better. So next is the 1 Branded Lost. Lost is insane. You get my couriers. You can essentially just get anything you want. Next is obviously the 1 Foolish Burial. I'm not sure if I want to play this card in this deck, because I feel like it won't do as good. But because honestly, it doesn't necessarily do anything for us, because all it does is it just sends a card from deck to grave, right? I mean, if this was Danger Dark World, that would be insane. You can just trigger effects, right? But for us, it doesn't necessarily do anything, so I think I might cut it in the final build. So next is the one Expulsion, and then the one Retribution. The one downfall of these cards is you have to have either two fusion monsters in your graveyard, or one fusion monster face up on the field, right? And we won't always have that, right? So, I mean, somehow, like, or we could get the two fusions in grave off of Mirror Jade and then Ambulance's effect to pop itself to search or to special. But, I mean, I'm not sure, because these cards are insane, especially Retribution. And, I mean, same with Expulsion, right? But, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about it. But, yeah. And plus, I think we need, like, Branded Banishment or something like that, so, yeah, but who knows? Off to the extra deck, we're playing the double Mirror Jade because of Kashtira. So yeah, this card's insane. This is obviously in our final board. So next is the two Albion. This card's, I mean, it's all right. It's there. I mean, it helps with or it has massive support because of Mirror Jade, because Mirror Jade effect, you'll most likely be sending this card to the grave to banish and negate, and you could just during end phase Albion to either get lost or just another Branded Fusion. Next is the one Albion, or not Albion, sorry, Lubellion. Honestly, just playing the one is good, because to be honest, you could, like, let's say you just have Branded Fusion in your opening hand and you have Keeper. You could go for the Branded Fusion line and essentially just skip over Albion and go straight into Lubellion. So, and then eventually, and then do your Keeper line. So, yeah, next is, the one Sprend. Honestly, I almost likely never summon this card, but I mean, it's a really, really good card, because you can just move zones and pop everything in that column on your opponent's side, right? So let's say this entire column is your opponent's side, right? Or it's on your opponent's side. Let's say they have monster here, and then back row, right? Literally move it to that zone, and it pops everything in that zone, which it's an insane card, but I just most likely will never summon it, or I don't even think I'll ever summon it. So next is obviously the one Guardian Chimera that we pulled from the Magnificent Mavens booster box, which in my opinion, it's insane. So, because this card, I mean, it's a beat stick, it's a beater, but also it can deal damage, which is very nice. Obviously, the Dragoon, we had Baby Dragoon, and this is Big Dragoon. Honestly, this card is just insane. It can't be. Oh god, my camera's really weird. What the heck? Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Neither player can target this card with card effects. During your main phase, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. You can use this effect number of times per turn up to the number of normal monsters used for the fusion. So essentially, you can just use it once per turn. But I mean, it's 3,000 damage. I think it gains attack as well. Discard one card. This card gain or destroy. And if you do, wait, what? When a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can discard one card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. And if you do that, this card gains 1,000. Okay, so this card's I knew it was insane, but I didn't know it was that insane. So, and if you guys remember, back in the day, but like I think it was a couple of years ago, almost every Dark Magician deck was playing Dragoon, or pretty much every deck was playing Dragoon, and it was the most annoying thing ever. So because they just abuse the fuck out of it. So yeah. Next is the one Rindbrum. Honestly, I think I might never summon this card, like I said, but I'm not sure, you know? Okay. When a fusion exceeds synchro or link monster activate, you can negate that effect, then return one monster from field to the hand during your opponent's turn while this card is in your grave. Quick effect, target one alibis. It's in your grave special to that target, and if you do, banish. Special summon either that monster or this card, banish the other. Oh, this card's actually pretty good. So, yeah. If you guys know me, I just buy everything and then I just don't know what to do with it. So that's why I need to read my cards. Obviously next is the Grandma Dragon, or the Grand Ganol, the Dusk Dragon. The one Quiertes, Ambulance, and then our 3 instant fusion targets. Not instant fusion, sorry, this is the instant fusion target. The Super Poly targets. So yeah, honestly, I feel like my deck, it's essentially complete, and it's pretty much perfect. Off to the side deck. Playing the one Ghost Spell, Ghost Ogre, and Veiler. And the only reason why these cards are in the side deck is because of Crossout Designator. So let's say I get Veilered, Crossout Designator. Let's say I get Ogred, Crossout Designator. Let's say I get Bell, Crossout. The Bell's really good. All 3 of these cards are just good in general, but they're mainly there for Crossout. So, and let's say I do somehow pull them, or let's say I get them in my opening hand, that's fine. I could definitely use these 2. This one's in my opinion situational, but yeah. We have the one Jinzo and that's the monsters. We have triple Dark Ruler. Honestly, I don't think this card's insane, but I just don't know when to use it. So, and that's why I'm doing a lot of test playing and stuff like that, seeing what I can do. So, yeah. Next is Solemn Judgment. We finally got our 3rd copy. I got that off of Tristan for $1. So, which is very nice. If I want to cut it, then I can cut it. Next is 2 strikes. D-Barrier for Crossout, Tikaboo, and then this is really questionable. Skill Drain. I don't know. I recently I've been liking Skill Drain a lot, so yeah. But that is it for the deck profile, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this stuff as much as I am. And I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot more fun when I play the old school version of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's called Edson Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I do have that deck built. And if you guys want to see a deck profile on that, I will 100% do a deck profile on that, and I will explain the rules in that deck profile. So yeah, but anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.